So for my second thought prompt, I chose prompt L, which is about consent. The first question says, does there need to be a verbal yes for consent to have sexual relations? Why or why not? I would say it depends on the situation. If you have a boyfriend that you have been for the past months, like 5, 6, 7 months, 2, 3, 7 years, like I don't feel like you need to be saying like yes, 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 yes every time you have sex with them. Um, but so yeah, that would be one. But I don't think that you need to have like a verbal yes. Also, when you're meeting someone for like when you're in the early stages and you're like texting them or just getting to know them, and I feel like if you invite someone over or if they invite you and you just start kissing and you just start getting your clothes up and all that, and like if both of you feel comfortable with each other, and there's like if the girl never says no or the guy never says no, like I don't feel like there's a problem, because when you don't want something, people say like no, stop. So if you're not saying no to stop, I feel like that's kind of like consent. So it doesn't, you don't have to have that yes, if both of them are in normal states. That leads to the next question, like what constitutes consent? If a woman is tipsy and the male is fine, can the female give consent to engage in sexual relations? So let's go with the first one. What constitutes consent? I feel like consent is just like I said, like saying yes or just like not saying no, just kissing each other, touching each other, nothing aggressive, nothing harmful. It's just like if both of you feel comfortable and you're just going with the flow, then you don't need like a verbal consent. Now the other question was if the woman is tipsy. I feel like if a woman is used to drinking, and if she's a little bit tipsy, I feel like she knows what she's doing because she's not drunk, she's just a little bit tipsy. She knows what she's doing, like um so I would feel like it's not necessary unless she says like, oh, like even if she doesn't say yes and she's tipsy and she's going to have sex with someone, like good. But if she says no, like even after she's at like your house or whatever, you should stop. Doesn't matter if she already drove you to her house to have sex. If she says no, like stop. Okay. So the fourth one is, if a woman is drunk and the male is fine, can the female give consent to engage in sexual relationships? Nope. For me, if you are drunk, I and the male is fine, I feel like that's taking advantage of the girl. It doesn't matter if they say, oh, the girl's used to being drunk, that she knows what she's doing. No, I feel like you need to be on like a like like a well situation when you're normal, or you're just like a little bit tipsy, that you would know what you're doing next day. But if you're drunk, like if you're just like no, even if she said yes, even if she's like yes I want to, yes I want, like I don't feel like in that situation the verbal consent is approved. Like if you're drunk, the best thing to do is drive her to her house, leave her there, go back to your house. Like don't do anything, because maybe the next day she will regret it, maybe the next day she won't remember like what did I do. And that is not, like for me, that is raping someone. When you have sex with someone and the next day you don't know what you did, you don't know that you had sex, that's raping someone, because she wasn't in her right mind. Like that is not okay to do. Even though people say like, oh, she said yes, she was asking me for it. When people get drunk, people do like the most craziest thing, like things you wouldn't do if you were sober. And you don't think, like you do not think properly. So for me, even if you have a yes, if you have a verbal consent, like no, do not do it. Just don't. So what if both men and women are drunk? Could the man ever be considered a rapist? is ever responsible for her actions while intoxicated? Huh. So this is a really like good question. If both of them are drunk, I don't know. Like for me, raping is when you use force, you know. When I'm gonna put this example because it's how it usually happens, is usually men raping women, not women raping men. So I'm gonna just say, like, let's say a man rapes a woman. For me, what is considered rape is like when you use like strong force, when you have to hold someone down for them to stop moving and shaking. That's raping. If a woman says no, stop, like stop right there at that moment. Like don't keep pushing it, don't try to convince her like, oh yes, yes. No, just stop. Like tying her down, like, you know, like even if you're drunk, like why would you do those things? Nothing can be like, nothing would ever be a good of an excuse for me for you to rape someone. Oh, I was drunk so I did it. Like no, if you're drunk, just throw up like a normal person and go to sleep, or do something else than raping someone. And I do believe women are responsible for their actions when they lie. When they lie and they're like, oh, this man raped me, because they're mad at that man. Like for me, they need to go, like the girl needs to go to freaking jail. Because saying that someone raped you is a really big offense. Like it's really a big thing. It's not something that it should be taken lightly. So I feel like it's wrong both directions. If the guy rapes the girl, and if the girl just is mad at the guy or is just making it up, and if she's making it up, she should go to jail, because that is something big and not to be taken lightly. And what who are more people who are people more likely to believe the person saying they were sexually assaulted on the person, or the person being accused of sexual assault, and why? I feel like today people are leaning towards more on the people who raped like another person, you know, like instead of the victim, they are going on the rapist side, which I do not understand why. Because for, like I said, for me raping is a big thing. Like that is the worst thing you could ever do. Like, to be honest, I would accept someone murdering someone than raping. For me, that's like the worst of the worst. And I don't know why people are more likely to believe in the rapists than the victims. Because like, you know when someone went through it because of how they are. Maybe they have scars, maybe they have DNA on them. Like if there is the minimum, like the minimum, you know, evidence of that person raped that other person, freaking throw them in jail, to be honest. And don't sympathize the rapist, sympathize the victim, because they were the one who went through that. And I always put on the other person's shoes so you can understand their pain. And I think that's what most people aren't doing. They're just like, oh, it's just a girl lying. Like no, we are, like, it's happening every day, more and more. People should be aware of this, and people should not be like, oh, he's a nice kid, he would never do it. You never know what's going inside someone's mind. And people are crazy nowadays and would do whatever to hurt others. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for this. It should be a longer video, but this is as much as I can do right now and say. So thank you.